I love iced coffee. If you'd like to buy me one, just go to buymeacoffee.com/fortherecordyourhonor.
Energy Supercross Saturday.
I'll have to call them back.
Please consider making a donation or leave a tip for the channel. Don't forget to hit that like button, and subscribe is free.
Who is it, girl? Tell Mama. Damn.
Hello, package 4. For the record, Your Honor.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Let's Get Gritty podcast, episode 9. Let's get into those battles, right into it. Last weekend, we had at round 15 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for the East Coast Division. This was a huge return for the sport, as it had been 41 years since MotorSports held an event at the Steelers Stadium. All the hype was for Cooper Webb and Chase Sexton, neck-and-neck battles for the championship. I mean, at qualifying, we saw the two were extremely close, both at 47 to 48 seconds in their times. Did the media build up between?
I think it did for the most part. I'm starting to notice, though, a lot of times with these main events is whoever is ahead about halfway, they've been just holding the lead, for the win. So that's kind of disappointing. There's no beast mode or anybody that hits hard at the end of the race. But we'll see what happens. But, I mean, it's the two championship guys. You don't want someone randomly up there really kind of disrupting it that much. And who knows, maybe the track and the whoops had something to do with it.
And another heated battle was Dylan Ferrandis and Dean Wilson. Do you think the rumors are true that Dylan is not happy that Honda HRC just overlooked him and chose to go with Dino?
Maybe he was, but I mean, at the same time, he should just realize if he's going to be with the other team next year, too, then he should just be happy with that, right? That'd be a little weird if he left that team, went to factory Honda, and then went back to that team. That probably wouldn't happen, so just stay where you're at if you plan on... I don't know what his contract situation is.
And kind of going back to what you said about beast mode, well, how about Kenny? He just kind of came out of nowhere with some energy. Or should I say, Kenergy?
Were you surprised that he could hold Webb off in that first heat for, I think it was almost 3 minutes, which is pretty surprising. Usually if anyone catches Kenny, like, I don't know, within a minute they usually get him.
Being a Ken Roxon fan for a couple of years now, it is hard to make judgment on that, because anytime it comes to Cooper Webb with him, I always say that's his kryptonite. But then there's been times where he just gets kind of aggressive when it comes to battling him and shocks us all. Because those who know about their history and what is between them. With Kenny shocking us, I honestly feel like he's such a pro that all these gaps with these riders out and injured, he should be slamming it right now. I know he's injured, but still. So with that said, do you think there's any other riders this season that should really be up top? Like, for example, I'm going to say AP. He's had some really great moments this season, but I think he should be definitely getting more first place wins. But I'm hoping he's going to get stronger and maybe surprise us in the outdoors.
As far as wins, yeah, probably only AP and Kenny. But Kenny always fades as usual. Malcolm got his win. So, I mean, Ferrandis has had some top fives, but I don't think he'll get a win. A good race between Malcolm and Kenny at the end there, and Kenny left the door open and Mookie slammed it on in there. But, I mean, it's basically Sexton and Cooper Webb. I mean, Justin Cooper gets some good starts. He might get a win, actually. I guess if someone was going to surprise me with a win, probably Justin Cooper or AP in the last two. But it's other than that, I think it'll be either Sexton or Webb in the last two races. Were you surprised to see Dino get another top 10?
No, because he's been 16, 15, 14, around there, on and off in the past, and as soon as he came back. So I kind of expected him, after he got the feel in the other race, that he should be in the top 10. Going down a class to 50 crew, they had some side-by-side battles as well that kept us on the edge of our seats. Seth Hammaker and RJ Hampshire.
Well, it definitely looked like it was going to be a battle between the 2 points leaders. Maybe Vialle in there.
You might want to tell everybody that you're like eating a cookie right now, just in case. He mumbles a lot, but like if it sounds really muffled, he's got a chocolate chip cookie in his mouth.
All right. Sandwich maker and Hampshire. Back to them. And Vialle, right? But no one was really expecting Vialle to do anything because he's kind of looked weak lately. He's up there, but he's looked like he can't finish a race. So RJ wins one heat. Seth blows the doors off people in another heat. But the track, again, we'll talk about the whoops. It ended up suiting people that can't blitz the whoops. So in the end, Vialle ended up having the win overall. But RJ, he should have capitalized on Seth having like a... RJ came in fourth, and Volan ended up getting the podium at third. Like, RJ should have capitalized. Now he's third in points overall. So now going into the last two rounds, Vialle's leading, Sexton's second, and RJ's in third, when he probably could have left Pittsburgh with the lead in points.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy when Vialle woke up and entered the chat. I did not expect that. But maybe this was the race he needed to get a kick in the ass. Well, he did get a whack in the head prior, but I don't know. Whatever it was, it worked. Now, going into a little bit of drama, what do we have to say about Hunter and Jet in the booth with Ricky Carmichael and Lee Diffie? I mean, Hunter was actually pretty great at commentating and was quick, natural with the play-by-play, riding, racing analysis, way better than RC. I was actually pretty impressed. And despite all the news that we've been getting on social media and other insiders of the sport, I've been kind of disappointed in him. And I kind of believe the rumors because you kind of get that vibe from him. And it was just weird that he just like jumped right in.
I thought Hunter did pretty good, but at the same time, like you said, knowing the stuff behind the scenes now, I don't want another Lee Diffie or RC in there. Kind of a douche.
Yeah, it seems like he's kind of trying to fit himself everywhere. Just inserting himself in every aspect of the sport industry, not just his career. So it's not necessarily a bad thing to be so invested, but with what we know now, that's not good. That's not cool. And poor Jet, because I think that kid, all he wants to do is just ride. I feel like that's pretty much his passion. And riding for Hunter is just career income. And let me just say, Hunter's been pushing that stupid band that they've been promoting on every round, every race lately on his Instagram. And apparently, it's their main feature at the Lawrence Experience. So it really does seem like Hunter is really fully invested in the business side of things.
So on some final thoughts about the whoop. So all the guys that can't really blitz the whoops that good ended up doing pretty good for the night. Tom Vialle ended up passing people. Justin Cooper was passing people, looking real fast in the heat. Like I said, Cooper can kind of do both. And those whoops were set up faster to jump. Chase Sexton was just looking amateur out there, just not knowing how to adapt to the whoops that were kind of gapped out a little bit. And there's questions about that, if they did that on purpose just to keep the points battle tight, knowing that that Chase was so fast blitzing the whoops last week. So who knows if they did it. Do you think they would end up playing with the track that much to keep a close battle?
Well, Kenny did mention that he seemed to be unhappy after the heat win because he was saying they were far apart and tacky. But as for the actual Monster Energy and all whoever does the tracks to mess with it, it's hard to say because we know financially, allegedly, there's some sus stuff. But also, all the hype and talk is about this big TV deal and the drama and the feuds. So it's possible, very possible. Speaking of the feuds, next weekend we have the West Coast returning. And for that Division 250 group, that means Juju, Deegan, and Davies. What do you think we'll see with these boys in Denver? A three-way battle? Will Juju step it up, or do you think he's toast for this season of 2025?
Unfortunately, I think he's toast. Cooked. Chalked. All of them. And unfortunately, I kind of forgot about him myself. I've been watching Cole Davies, hoping that there's going to be a battle between the Yama dogs. I just love to hate the bully beater, you know? So, like I said, I'm liking Deegs, but I'd just rather go for a guy with a little less over-the-top personality. Even though he's got quite the personality, Davies. But it's just, I don't know. He's just a goofball. I like that.
You're a Raiders fan. I feel like you are always about the underdog.
Suck. At least Cole Davies can win a race. The Raiders can barely win, 8 games? It's more like 4.
Nice. Real nice. Well, thanks for joining us, and we will see you in another episode real soon. And make sure you hit that like button and join us for Supercross Saturday.